I was very hesitant to say what I'm going to say in public because it was just one of those things. When we are in the car and we have to make a long drive, like back to our old place, for instance, it's almost 2 hour drive one way. So I tend to get, as I'm in the passenger seat, I tend to get into these states of daydreaming. And I often get these flashes that come out of absolutely nowhere because I wasn't thinking about it. I tend to listen to music instead. And all of a sudden I have these images in my mind that I cannot get out. And a while back it happened that we had to go to our old place, and I'm sitting in the car, watching the road go by, and all of a sudden I had this image in my mind about a female figure in golden armor coming out of the sky, almost like a comet, like a flash. And she hovers above the ground, one knee a bit held up, and she was holding a spear, and she was pointing it. And the look on her face was angry and full of contempt, and she was pointing it towards a specific person that you all know. Von der Leyen. Ursula von der Leyen. She pointed it towards her throat. And I immediately thought, that's a Valkyrie. That is a Valkyrie. One of the choosers of the slain. And she was not attacking her per se, but she definitely was holding that spear in a very threatening way, like that. And yesterday, I think, I saw a video online that I then posted on my Substack as well. A guy was a member of parliament from Poland in the EU, and he had an eye patch on. One-eyed guy, calling her a psychopathic sorceress, a witch, an evil witch. And then he was promptly cut off by the what is it, the translator, the one that is on the high chair, the moderator. He was cut off. But that felt so significant to me because I didn't share this with anybody. This happened. Well, I did say it to some people. And if you know who you are, you know who you are. But at the time that I was having that daydream, I could not get it out of my head. But it's one of those things, it's a daydream. You don't really look too much into it. Perhaps it was wishful thinking on my part. But to then see that Polish guy deliver those few words to her, directly to her, because she was there, I believe. I'm not sure. I would guess so, since he was promptly cut off. That hit me. And I'm not saying that was a prophecy. I don't believe it was. I think I just picked up on something very significant. My magic wand. Also, tobacco keeps away evil spirits, which is probably a good idea at the time. Talking about certain people. But yeah, in that sense, I have an interest in politics. Politics in itself, the whole game, smoke and mirrors, the cloak and dagger, that doesn't interest me at all. When people send me articles to read or videos to watch, unless it has some esoteric double meaning, I'm generally not interested at all, and I don't watch them. So for the people that send me those videos, now you know, actually watch any of them. I don't have time for it. But when something like this happens, I do pay attention. It feels, and this is a video that went over my feed for no reason at all. I do not subscribe to political channels on YouTube at all. It's full of podcasts and 4chan allegedly true stories and schizo shamans. But for some reason, that video came across my feed and I had to pay attention to it. Why is this smoking so much? Anyway, it has happened a couple of times that something like that has happened. So I want to pay attention to the outside world, but I don't want to get caught up in it. I don't want to be caught up in that game of politics because it doesn't interest me at all. I know it's all a game. I think this is just a system, a mechanism to keep us occupied. Maybe something will happen. Maybe the Epstein files will be released. Maybe not. I don't care. It has no bearing on me whatsoever. Quite frankly, it's sad that I even have to say this and say it in a way that I have to be cautious in the way that I'm saying it. But me, as a white European, generally have no interest at all in what happens outside of white Europe. I do take a great interest in what happens inside of white Europe. And yes, Europe is white. It was ancestrally white. Anyway, yes, I care about my people. I couldn't care less what happens outside of that. Gaza, for instance, I don't care. If it wasn't for the media constantly trying to shove this down my throat as if it is something that I should care about, I wouldn't know at all. That entire place could kill each other. Could have killed each other yesterday. And I wouldn't know, and it would have zero effect on me whatsoever. In fact, knowing about it still has zero effect on me whatsoever. If tomorrow that place of the world kills each other, completely annihilates each other, mutual destruction, it still wouldn't affect me. Of course, I'd feel very bad for the animals and children. I would. I really would. Because they're children. But quite frankly, that part of the world has been at war with each other for centuries, if not millennia. It's a bit late for me to start caring, to be honest. Instead, I will focus my attention on my own homelands. Yes, small. Because I was born in one country, then moved to another. And this is my homeland now. So I obviously want to have the best for that homeland too. And about wanting the best for my homeland, this is something else that I posted on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, about the wild hunt coming for Starmer, which was something from another daydream I had about that. I could see him running, and he was scared, and he was looking up, and he looked scared in a pathetic way. If you didn't know who he was, you'd feel sorry for him. But you know who he is, so you don't feel sorry. And he's under a lot of fire in his in Parliament right now, in the House of Commons. So yeah, in that sense, I pay a lot of attention. The symbolisms, the archetypes. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you are constantly being told that these daydreams are nothing, just flights of fantasy. But I don't think they are. I truly don't think they are. If you were to write them all down and then open up a newspaper a year, a month, a week later, I think we would start to see things that we didn't expect from ourselves. And I think this is true for most people. Well, exclude the NPC maybe. Is the NPC even really a human? That is something that I have not quite figured out myself. Maybe they are a type of human, a species of human. I don't really know. There is a distinct difference between an NPC and a non-NPC. And it's not bone structure, it's not skin color, it's not blood type, it's something spiritual. But yeah, I think I just wanted to make this video to just how it goes to show with one-eyed guy in Parliament that it really feels as if the old gods are gaining power. And this goes into the realm of politics, that I also think that there are groups that do not want that to happen. They do not want that at all, for reasons that, well, if these gods, they are connected to us on a genetic level, they are us. And certain archetypes, like Botan, should that rise within a people, I don't think I need to tell you what that would do to a people to have the god of sacred rage rise in their blood, in their genetics. Of course, there are people that are going to be heavily opposed to that, because that would definitely not be in their best interest. And I think we all know who those people are. I don't think I need to really say it. But I want to. But I'm not going to. Anyway, this is something I just wanted to say. For no reason than just to say it.